Hello, I'm Ed Glazer, and this is Cities X. And today we're talking about the amazing cities of Japan. We are thrilled to have with us Andrew Gordon, who is not just a historian here at Harvard, but he also has his own Harvard X course, Visualizing Japan, which I strongly urge you to look at. Andrew, thank you so much for being here with us.
Pleasure.
So while Japan does have more ancient cities like Kyoto, Tokyo, formerly Edo, really became an urban powerhouse only at the start of the 17th century, right? Only with the consolidation of power under the Tokugawa shoguns. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, so Edo was a small fishing village, and it was small in population, and actually its physical land area was much less than it is today, because a lot of the contemporary city of Tokyo is landfill that was built up. So it was a tiny fishing village, but the shogun, the first Tokugawa shogun, decided to locate his capital there. Strategically, it was near his power base in the eastern side of Japan, and it served him well in sort of military strategy to have that as his base of operations. And so the early growth of Edo was driven by the bringing in of thousands of samurai warriors to live there, and they gradually ceased to be warriors when wars ended, and they needed all manner of services. And this was also the pattern for the growth of other small towns into cities in the Tokugawa period, because castle towns were consolidated, one per domain, all over Japan at this time, and each one then served as a hub. So it was driven by state building, or not a centralized modern state, but a series of mini-states, if you will, and the Tokugawa was the biggest one of them. And so the merchants and the artisans mostly congregated initially to provide services to the samurai who had the money to spend. But then they developed their own culture and economy.
As cities always do.
You had to have road systems, and these things existed already, but they were maintained and developed. So the movement back and forth of people in and out of the cities then provokes an economic development along these transport and routes.
So it was almost like state support for transportation networks long before the state started building rail lines in the 19th
That's
century.
right, that's right. And there's a kind, I mean, economists talk about path dependency as a metaphor, but there's a literal path dependency on these roads for how the economies grew. And you can see that today. The main road systems of automobiles and also trains track these pathways that were footpaths, basically.